Imagine if For the King got a slight visual upgrade and dropped the grid-based map for a corridor-focused one, then you would get Dungeonfell is a new strategic turn-based roguelite, which sees us take a team of 3 into 12 levels, spread out through 3 biomes, utilizing 4 abilities each, while the roster grows slowly and steadily with colorful heroes and multiple talent trees. Released on the 21st of February this year on PCs, I played Dungeonfell for a couple of hours, so join me while we explore this new title, what it's all about and the troublesome flaws it has. With each run starting out with the composition of the 3-man group, we launch into multiple dungeons, each split into 10 battles. These fights are turn-based, seeing each hero giving us an option of 4 different skills and a handful of action points each turn to spend. Since the characters are split into 3 categories, with the usual tropes of healer, tank and damage dealer, the abilities vary. Some allow one tank to draw the focus on them and increase their armor to negate incoming damage, while one healer has a skill to reduce the outgoing damage and hit chance of the enemy. With the clever addition of opponents, breakpoints and team action points, the strategic value of each turn grows by every finished battle, especially since a one fight unlocks temporary upgrading options for each hero throughout the ongoing run, as well as relics impacting the upcoming battles. Once we reach the 10th encounter, the boss fight ensues, giving us a tough challenge and rewards us, if we win, with gold and other resources to either obtain new heroes, new spells we can use, or new upgrading options for our characters throughout the run. Delving deeper into the combat system, we see each hero start off with a large amount of action points. They slowly recharge after each turn. These points are spent on the few abilities to keep our party alive with defensive spells or take down the enemies with offensive ones. Each enemy's next action is telegraphed, which we can prepare for or stop dead in their tracks by destroying their breaking points. Each landed hit reduces the enemy's breaking points, and once they run out, they are stunned, cancelling their planned action. Since they protect themselves for any breaking point losses in the next turn, we cannot stun lock our enemies endlessly and have to strategize when to take a hit and when to stop it. These breaking points, however, have one further function, since we obtain additional team action points once we break an enemy's guard. These team points can be used by any character and are also carried over into the next battle, allowing us to stack up on those valuable points for tougher fights ahead. Those are especially valuable for using the 2 cooldown based skills for each hero, which are unique to them, while the 2 baseline abilities are, baseline for the mentioned subclasses. Empowering those abilities can be done by winning battles and obtaining up to 3 level ups for each hero to beef up our party for the ongoing run. Those additional upgrades can be further enhanced in the numerous talent trees, but more on those in a second. In those talent trees, we further have the option to unlock new skills the group can use without spending action points, by for example giving one character a shield to block incoming hits. This satisfying combat system is the high point of the game, while other aspects, first and foremost the lack of music during a fight, leave a sour taste during the playtime. As mentioned, each finished fight sees our heroes gain up to 3 upgrades for each run, empowering their skills, overall stats and their general abilities' usefulness. A more varied choice of those upgrades can be unlocked in the numerous talent trees for the many different characters, requiring us to spend gold coins and one unique resource. These additional upgrades, however, are held at gunpoint by the biggest flaw in the game, namely the grind for gold. Dungeonfell presents us with numerous heroes to choose and a bunch of talents to unlock, while each character's and spell's price is incredibly high. Each run lets us choose between a healing, a resource or a gold heavy route. The third option was most of the time my chosen path, and yet I have not unlocked even a third of the heroes while being close to finishing every biome. The price for those heroes, on top of the additional gold price for new spells and upgrading options, sees Dungeonfell becoming a huge grind, losing the charm of the large roster and the chance to have a great replayability, which would be amazing if we had easier access to all the heroes and the numerous upgrades. With the lack of music, some audio bugs and a few odd skill choices packed into a huge grind of a game, Dungeonfell's great combat system and charming visuals cannot outweigh the plaguing issues it currently has. Until those are addressed, it is sadly undercooked and lacking, but shows great potential to become a fun title for roguelike fans. Would you agree with my verdict? Let me know in the comments. And animal fun fact number 13, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Isn't that interesting?